Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
The mob.
They bought us some breakfast this morning, too. ASAP Mob is in the building. Morning, guys.
It's very rare that a guest bring us breakfast, too, by the way.
The last time it was somebody that was running for president. I don't remember what his name was. Remember?
Oh, he don't even count. We're not even going to say it.
He bought us some bagels.
But I want to say this. Last time ASAP Rocky was here, he sent us gifts afterward, too.
Because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Very classy.
They bought pork, though. I thought you was vegan now.
No.
I saw that somewhere.
I tried it. I don't eat no pork, though.
You tried to be vegan?
Yeah.
For how long?
Did that last?
3 months.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
That's like a detox.
I was on tour, yeah.
How'd it feel?
It was crazy. Like being on tour, like I felt like I was going to die every show.
Because it's hard to get that type of food when you're on the road.
The protein.
Yeah, and then like my mom started messing with me. I was like, yo, I can't eat it unless it's green. I can't do this. And then people was pulling up. I had like Bella and everybody in my green room. It was no Hennessy. It was no liquor. It was like a damn juice bar on tour.
Always eat bad on tour on the road, man. Always.
So you went on a total detox then?
I got it now, though. You got to get a chef. I had a chef on tour.
You got chef money?
You guys are fancy. You've been so.
You gotta invest in yourself, man.
Y'all got Joe.
No, but it is true, and it's an investment into your health, right? We spend money on clothes and a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Why not spend money on your health?
Yeah.
Inside your body instead of everything that's on the outside.
I try not to spend money on clothes no more, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you get everything free, though.
$3.99 is my favorite
That's
price.
true.
You know what
You
I'm
just do the deals and partnerships.
When the last time you paid for an outfit, Rocky?
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm on the road and I ran out of stuff and I got laundry piling up, I might buy something. But other than that, I don't buy clothes.
Now, for people that don't know, this is the first time we got you guys here in total. How did the ASAP Mob create? How was it created? How did the crew come together? Let's talk about that.
Addy, you want to say it?
Well, how I got an ASAP Mob for real. I knew Yams when I was young. He recruited me. I rapped for him one time. Flacco heard it. He was like, "You should be a rapper." I said, "Nah, I'm good on being a rapper, bro." And I was just out of high school.
You were just playing with the rhymes?
Yeah, I was just playing with it for real. I'm from Baltimore, so it's like, you know what I mean?
hustling.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? I've been had my clothing brand, Marino Infantry. So, yeah, he heard me rap, and that was history. You know, like, Yams was like the curator for real. He the one that brought everybody together. That's like the Yoda.
The foundation.
You know,
He's like the RZA.
Exactly.
They say time heals all wounds. Has it gotten easier to deal with the death of Yams?
I don't even know if it's easy to deal with the death, but the morning stuff is just we got better with the morning. You know what I'm saying? And I guess dealing with it is just celebrating like the Yams Day stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for all of us though.
And truth be told, I still feel like he's here to a certain extent. Like his
living
spirit
through
and his energy is still here. Like we got friends that look like Yams, remind us of Yams, like Cash that be with the Weeknd look exactly like Yams. Like,
and Belly and all.
Yeah, Belly. All
Belly
of them
definitely.
Like family,
We used to call them
like,
triplets. They was tight.
Yeah.
They was tight.
Oh, what?
They was all cool.
Fam,
Oh, I didn't know that.
They was tight. That's how we so tight. People thought we was antisocial or something when we was like, cause I guess some of us are more like introverts or whatever. But you know, he had a lot of relationships and ties with people. So when he died, it was mad love, and that's why we still able to have these relationships with people, cause he was cool with all of them.
How was he so cool with everybody?
He was, I don't know, the motherfucker was.
First of all, he was a geek.
Yeah,
He was on all forums and
he was
hip-hop
different, bro. He
magazines.
Was different.
He had his own energy, so he would he'll pop out to like a function and like attract other people, and they be like, "Yo, I want to party with him." You know, he got the women, he got the whatever, and he just lit. So shout out to Yambo, man.
They thought Yams was a rapper forever.
At first, I did too. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I was like, he gonna rap? Is he gonna do an album?
Yams would have definitely went platinum if he was a rapper. He had all the swag.
Yeah, he just had an energy about him. I remember seeing him at the VMAs one year, and he was gone.
Yo, you remember that? That's when you had the grills, right?
Yep.
Will Smith shit.
Yo, can I tell this story real quick?
Please.
Yo, bro. So Flacco went up there to present an award or receive, what was it? You was presenting an award, right?
Something like that,
Yeah, so Yams, we sitting with Yams, and this is when Travis Scott, he was around too. He took Yams on a walk because he was so bop. He was drinking Hennessy. He was
gone.
turned up on the carpet. This is my first VMA, so I'm like, I hope this dude don't mess it up for me. so he walked him around the whole Barclays Center to like get him some air and all of that. So Yam sit back down next to me. So it's like Lady Gaga sitting in front of us, and it's like Will Smith and somebody else, I think Jada Pinkett or something. But every time the camera passed Will Smith, the Jumbotron passed his face, Yams would put the middle finger up. so like,
Bunny is.
Bunny is.
Will Smith.
Yo, so look.
I'm like, whoa.
So look, like they don't even see us in the back of them. Like they don't even know we back there. They don't even know he bop. Yo, Yams is just like. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, we gonna go viral.
Nah, the worst part is after it was over, he was wild. He was bop, right? So he was pissy drunk and whatnot. We leaving out. And like he seen Danny Kane. I guess he tried to holler at one of them. Then he got tight like, what? I just won like 3 MTV awards tonight, bitch. Like, bugging, man. Like, what? I'm that nigga.
Yo, bro, was that the same night that Birdman? We took his truck.
Yeah, we took Birdman.
I took Birdman's truck.
Yeah,
we took his truck by mistake. He had like a whole Louis Vuitton bag full of jewelry and money.
It looked like your truck, or it was
it
a car
was a
service.
black
Okay.
Oh, you mean when you walk out, you look waiting for your car?
I thought you meant he was driving his truck.
Wasn't y'all driving?
Nah, we don't know that.
We just hopping in.
Yeah, y'all was new then too. Like y'all was
FYI,
fresh on the
doesn't the
scene.
driver know that's not right?
Birdman would have been like, yo.
Yo, but listen, Birdman, he must have pulled up like in a Bugatti. We see a Bugatti tailing us. And we like, yo, who is that? Like, why they following us?
That was a Maybach, bro.
Was it a Maybach? It was one of them things.
Some shit.
Listen, it was some shit. And then he like, yo, pull over. My bag is in there. We look in the back. We're like, what bag? It's a bag back there. He like, that's my car. And it's Birdman.
Roll up the window, get up out of there.
And then we wound up taking the train.
We took the train because we took his car.
That's what I'm talking about. New York City. Take
So
the
y'all
train.
got off the car.
Yeah.
Took a train back.
Yeah.
And that was around the time I was dropping Trap Lord, the album, and the cops thought we was trying to do some promotional, like cause a ruckus in the train station type shit. But
it was lit.
You guys did cause a ruckus, I'm sure.
Why did he need a truck if he had a Maybach?
I don't know.
He probably had an entourage with him too, I'm sure. Like other people traveling with him, so some people maybe get. But so what happened when y'all were on the train?
What was bag?
It's footage of us on the train. When we was on the train, we just start vibing. People start breaking out, singing, all type of shit.
It was wild.
Now let me ask y'all a question, honestly, right? This is back then. If Birdman didn't catch y'all and pull y'all over, and y'all open that bag and see that cash and money.
What kind of question is that?
Going shopping. What you mean?
You shitting me? Bro.
Just asking.
It's no use even asking that.
They would have returned it.
They would have returned it.
Man,
yeah, we would have did.
I don't know if work was a hit yet.
Hit or not? Yeah. All that ice and chicken.
I'm taking that now, man.
So he had cash too?
Bro, he had cash, bro.
Oh,
damn.
Probably had like $250.
Damn.
Yeah.
What would you? I don't know if I
never
can
find
leave that in
money
a car.
like that. I need to find some money.
Like leave that in a car service because that just seems risky.
I won't leave my phone.
Right.
But he pulled right up on us. On the road.
Yeah, he pulled up on us.
Now Yams Day is coming up.
Yeah.
So, and it's at the Barclays, which I love. You guys are doing it at the Barclays. And last year there was a lot of surprises.
Yeah.
And you guys did it in 2019. A lot of people showing support for you guys and for Yams. So far this year you have some guests announced, and I know there's surprises. So talk about what's happening.
I have no clue about the guests.
I could talk about the guests. He know about it, but listen, basically, we got a lot of New York artists, and what we like to do is put light on like newcomers that we felt like Yams probably would have fucked with, or people that people don't know that Yams actually had a relationship with. So this year, the new sound coming out of New York from everybody like, Fabio and Pop Smoke and all them. We got them coming through on some New York shit. We got Young M.A. We got it's so much people,
2
bro.
Chainz.
We got 2 Chainz. You know what? We supposed to have 2 Chainz at the first Yams Day, second Yams Day, third Yams Day, fourth Yams Day. It was well overdue. So, 2 Chainz, Yams loves 2.
But that's what I'm saying. We be getting so much surprises. That's why I say I don't know.
It don't make no sense for us to tell
last
you,
year,
everybody coming.
Meek came out of nowhere. Soulja Boy came out of nowhere. Like, we got last minute calls. We on the stage, and like T Ferg's like, yo, Meek pulling up. Like, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Like, and we meeting people on stage. So everybody just comes out to support, and they don't even let us know like they coming. They just
they come.
up.
Like, we had Kendrick come out, The Weeknd come out. We had French Montana, Thug, Uzi, everybody. I don't know.
It's funny that you mentioned Drake because today is the 1 year anniversary of when Drake came up here and was like, Drake!
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, no, that was the same day.
Oh, word, wow.
That was the same day?
Oh, so he was in town for that.
He was in
and
town,
then-
That was the same day.
That was when he was lit.
Yeah.
He was wild.
He was going crazy.
How do y'all keep things peaceful though? Because last year they kind of disrespected the event.
Nah, that was the year before.
year
That was the
before.
year
Okay,
before.
which I never understood. I'm like, why would you fight at Yams Day?
That's my point. You know what I'm saying? It was all good though. Everybody try to keep the peace. I think most people go over there. They know some memorial shit, so they know it's all about showing love. The difference is handle that outside, like real niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't about nothing. But when you come there, you gotta. It's a respect thing because we know you. You know us. Why disrespect us? Because you got a problem with that person.
That's real.
That man, mom's here, family here, his kids here. It's a vibe.
Absolutely.
Has the ASAP mob become what Yams wanted it to be?
I'm not sure. I know that I fulfilled all my dreams, you know, and I'm still going. But I can't really speak for what he personally wanted. But as a group, I think maybe, yeah.
What you think,
I think that well, Yams had a black book or has his mother has a black book he had, and you know about the black book? Yeah. So he said that
Raekwon on the front.
Okay, yeah. So he said that he wanted me to. He had wishes for everybody. He said he wanted me to work with Sugar Free, Missy, Busta, and like some other people. So I feel like as long as I'm fulfilling those dreams for him, I think those is like his dream collabs for me.
And so Yams had the vision laid out.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he didn't tell me nothing about this black book.
Yeah.
I found out from his mom's.
What else was in the book that you could talk about?
Cheat codes.
What kind of cheat codes? Like what DJs to pay? What you mean? What you mean?
Like Yams was real strategic. You feel me? Like he had like he's like a coach. He like Popovich. You feel me? So every season he going into the season like, yo, this is a championship year. So he already had it mapped out. So
Wow.
each of us, we, you know what I'm saying? We all MVPs. So he had the game plan for MVPs. You feel me? So that's how that black book went, man. Full of knowledge and game plan.
You think y'all would ever put that out just to show what
Hell no.
his mind was like?
Probably when we like real old, you know, like way older, past the fact. I think that's definitely a archive piece, part of me.
Now, for Yams Day, you guys also have proceeds going toward the foundation, right? And talk about the foundation and why it's so meaningful to you guys and why it's relevant, especially today with everything happening in hip-hop and seeing some of our artists pass at such young ages.
Man, we got Mac Miller, we got Juice WRLD, we got so many people, that Lil Peep, ASAP Yams, and people that I'm not naming right now, you know, that died from the same thing. And us, there's no way to really say, yo, do drugs safely. Have fun recklessly. You know what I'm saying? It's really no way to do it. It's really a compromise, a contradiction, or a paradox. So I guess the best way to do it is just to put it like the foundation is for kids who's battling drug addiction and problems like that. And it's all about death prevention and drug overdose prevention, pardon me. And this is all set up through his mother and stuff like that. We needed to leave something back for her too, you know, and all of the proceeds go to her foundation and her causes and whatnot. And for us, we just curate it, put it together, throw it, put in all that work, and, you know, just happy to see everybody have a good time and to see his mother there, to, you know, let her know that we all still think about her son. We love him and we love her. You know what I'm saying?
Have any of y'all ever been affected with drugs and got addicted or stuck on drugs at any point?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how did y'all break it, if y'all have?
I'm addicted to weed. You consider that?
Not weed. I wouldn't say weed, per se.
Weed's from the earth. Doctors prescribe weed.
I
I guess they do pills too, but you can, you know.
I feel like anything like that's not done in moderation or just overdone is just addictive. It's like a drug.
Drugs are always going to be around the generation. It's like in the 70s, Jimi Hendrix, in the 80s, 90s. That's what music and drugs go hand in hand. It's kind of weird, but that's just what it is, you know? And it's like, we just got to learn from each other's mistakes, you know what I'm saying?
How do you get it across to a generation, though? Like, look, this stuff can kill you.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It's kind of complicated to convey that message without contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
Have you ever detoxed from it to see, like, how long can I go without weed?
Yeah.
What's the longest?
I went the whole year.
When he was locked up.
Oh, yeah, that don't count. That don't count, Rocky.
Definitely do.
No, I'm talking about a self-imposed one.
Bro, I went January 1st, 2019, cut off everything cold turkey, no weed, no liquor, no nothing.
Oh, this before you was locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was only locked up for a month.
Yeah.
When I got out was when I started smoking weed again.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
You were stressed out.
Well, you said you were addicted to sex. I seen that in the
Exactly. That's why I said anything could be an addiction.
Did you slow that down, or is it one of those things where you're just like, nah?
I think I slowed down a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? As I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying? It's
Knees
like I
don't
said,
work the same anymore.
Not even. It's just moderation. You know what I'm saying? You get older, you done shit to get old.
How much pussy do you have to be getting to have a sex addiction? Like, what does that look like, Rocky?
I feel like you don't even need to really. I don't know if you have to. I don't know if you could have a sex addiction without getting a lot of pussy. I'm assuming you can still be addicted to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be addicted to one pussy, your girls. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I got a sex addiction too. Then.
Me too. I'm just trying to figure out how much are you doing.
I think it's also like if you're missing work and you're missing things because you want to have sex.
I'm not going to the bathroom jerking off. Like, that's an addiction.
Oh,
You're
nah.
not talking
That's not sex
That's
though.
perverted.
That's a jerk
That
off
sound like
addiction.
you got some type of
different.
Don't point at me.
I'm not
did
gonna
just
lie,
randomly
Anthony be leaving
volunteer
like a
that
couple
piece of
times
information
every
just
morning.
now.
You like, hold up. Y'all never thought about that?
Yo, why do you think ASAP Mob doesn't get more credit for bringing New York City back?
I don't think we really want credit for bringing New York City back. We want to make art, have fun, man. That's it. I just want to be respected in my art, my craft to be respected, and let it speak for itself.
Because at the time when they were saying things like, oh, New York ain't popping right now, you was bubbling, Ferg was bubbling, the mob was bubbling, so I wonder why they just don't speak y'all name more when it comes to those conversations.
New York always got its people who come in and change it. I mean, Bobby Shmurda changed shit. I think the sound that he brought was something, for me, it sounded like a drill version, Chicago version, a New York version of some drill shit. Like Young M.A. is a derivative of that, if you ask me, like that flow and everything. And I love Young M.A. shit too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
I feel like New York always comes, like look at the new London sound that's going on with Pop Smoke and all that. Like it's always gonna be people to come in and
then an A Boogie wave with the
A
singing,
Boogie, like you know what I'm saying?
All the rappers who popping right now, they came up on ASAP in 2011, 2012. That's a fact. Sometimes you gotta step outside your region and get respect in your region. You know what I mean? Because maybe if we would have came in on some New York shit 2011, they wouldn't be jacking us. Like, so you had to go, like, I was reading Rick Ross' book and he said people wasn't even jacking me in Miami. I had to go outside of Miami and get my buzz, you know what I mean? So sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
People can downplay it, but ask any kid that's popping right now, they gonna say ASAP Mob, who they was listening to. Pop Smoke, he got ASAP Rocky swag, you know what I'm saying? With the hair and everything, hat, you know? That's what it is, you know.
Nah, he came clean about that.
That's for sure, you know.
You think it's the sound though? You think it was because they always said ASAP would have a traditional New York sound?
They wasn't used to it yet. Like if you came out now with a crazy sound, you good. You don't gotta sound like where you from. But back then it was like, hold on, you ain't on no boom bap rap.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you ain't respecting that.
It wasn't really allowed, bro. It was like where you from, you gotta sound like the region you from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think like more so than never, what he's saying is just like, especially for me, I kind of took the Jimi Hendrix approach and kind of went to like London and my whole shit over there caught that vibe and whatnot and popped there. And I think you know, later on New York was just like, you know, probably reluctant to admit it, but we did change the sound in New York. We did show that you don't gotta sound like you know.
You did, absolutely. How close are you and Tyler the Creator? And did you hear Tyler the Creator's freestyle?
Top.
Bro, listen, bro.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
I don't care how much
You said
you
how
trolling.
close? You trying to play?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't
Yo,
mean it like
Envy,
that.
you've been trolling me since we got here.
I didn't
bro.
mean it like that. But where were you when you heard Tyler the Creator's freestyle? And what did you think?
I was locked up, and I think he played it for me, or Lou played it for me on speakerphone, and I was crying from laughter because I said
That shit was hilarious.
It was-
he
it
made
was.
Flex uncomfortable. he was just trying. He was trying to troll
But you know
Flex.
what was funny though? Flex was rocking to it at first. And then he heard the first hit. He was like, "Oh,
I ain't gonna lie.
yo, Tyler is a different human being."
Now, Bobby
Retarded.
Shmurda is coming home soon. Are y'all planning to do something with him? Is that
Free
in
the
the works?
Heights, man.
Man, I'm just
Heights.
happy he coming home.
Yeah,
man.
for real.
I don't even got no
He gotta be
intentions
with
or
his
plans
family
with him.
and-
I just want to hear something. I'm a Rowdy Rebel to come home. Now he was like my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
I did a joint with Rowdy like 2 days before he got locked up.
Wow.
You got that?
Yeah. We put it out. Yeah, it's out.
He said it's available.
Yeah.
Now, Rocky, did you hear Joe Budden on his podcast when he said that you weren't a star musically? You're a star for other things?
Yeah, that got to me.
What'd you think about that?
That's his opinion. You know, I think it's contradictions in his statement and flaws, but that's his opinion. Everybody got opinions.
Right.
You're like, it means nothing. I'm going to be out here getting this money moving and shaking.
Right.
Did you like the reception to your last album?
Regardless if I liked it or not, it was what it was. It was very experimental for me. You know, I don't care, bro. I don't want to just put out what niggas is doing, what shit sound like, bro. Fuck that. I'm always experiment, do what I want. I'm gonna play with Sonics. I'm gonna push it to the next limit. Cause when you trying to do shit and you working out the kinks, it you know, it's testing. It's like loading, buffering. You know what I'm saying? You working out the kinks, you finding like a new sound. Like people, what's that one saying? It's like an old nursery shit. It was just like the mother hen. She asked the dog for flour. He was like, not I, said the cat. Not I, said the dog. Not I. Y'all remember that nursery rhyme? And when they try to bake bread and y'all motherfuckers wasn't in preschool. What the fuck?
You don't remember this shit.
I'm like, said the cat. Not I, said the dog.
Got you.
The mother was asking to get some flour to bake bread for her baby hens or whatever the case is. And what I'm trying to say with that analogy is people really don't see the vision until it's a finished product.
Right.
And most of the time people or most of the time people don't see the vision until other people say that it's a thing. So for me, man, I've never been a catalyst for any of those kind of people. I'm in my own shit, bro. My shit don't dictate, my career don't dictate rather my album sell or not, man. Like, you know, we do this, we set in stone, and that's because of the respect and integrity we put into the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always think it's weird when people come in the game different, and then when they continue to be different, eventually people get mad at them for being different.
Y'all just came so different. Y'all came in the game so different.
We had
like
our own style of beats, our own style of dressing. We came out on some in a Vogue magazine shit. GQ.
I know. I think people just get frustrated because they assume niggas just like don't do music or we just be on some fashion shit. But you know, it's always like, you know, internal.
It's funny because I told Joe Budden, so I said, this nigga Flacco got so much music. He got albums. We all got albums. It's just that we into everything. We just happen to be jiggy.
It's what people see. Like people see the fashion. They see you in Paris. They see you on the runway. So people see that more sometimes than necessarily the music.
Hey, listen, we changed hip hop in 2011. No disrespect.
That shit trash.
When Pump It Up came out, he ain't changed the landscape of the game. No disrespect. I like Joe Buttons, but let's be real. Like, we changed the game for real.
Oh, you talking about Joe Buttons?
Right.
I'm just, you know.
What did you think when
y'all like Pump It Up? Come on now.
That was fire, but I'm saying he changed the game.
Pump It Up was kind of fire. It was fire.
It was fire. I like it.
Just blame Tilt that beat.
This is more of a movement.
Get on the track like
Focus.
Oh, Focus. Yeah,
that was hard.
That was a mile.
Yeah, that was hard. See, look. See?
But what you guys are more of a collective. It's a movement. It's not just a mixtape.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a whole movement because it's not just artists.
Yeah.
You guys have other people in the collective. Do you still plan on, like, can other people still get down, or is it?
Playboy Carti is a legend right now. He put out he put out 2 albums. That's all. And people thought we was trying to shelf him and all that. It's process.
Right.
Oh, he was part of the mob? Why don't I remember Cardi part of the mob?
Uzi was a part of the mob.
For real?
Lil Yachty a part of the mob.
ASAP Worldwide.
We got a family tree. I ain't gonna lie, it's a
You
family
acting
tree.
oblivious now, bro.
I don't remember Cardi.
Come on, you bugging
I remember I
out,
saw
bro.
you guys in the airport
Playboy
going to shoot the
Carti?
video. I saw A$AP Rocky and Playboy Carti in the airport.
Yeah.
And, yeah. We spoke. You were like, yeah, we're going to do this Playboy Carti video right now.
We was going to London.
I don't know where y'all was going, but you just was like,
Facts.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I looked at you strange one time, man.
Uh-oh.
Nah, it was happened to be fake. When they photoshopped
the underwear
your
ad?
picture and they had the Calvin Klein box.
The internet,
You had to know that was fake, though.
I didn't know that was fake at first.
Nah, that shit look real though.
I almost confirmed that for was something. Enough is enough. They had
Yo,
the
why
box.
everybody want to call me when this nigga do some crazy
They
shit?
put the boxes up to his nipples. I said, all right, enough's enough now. He done took it too far.
Wow.
What did you think when you first saw that picture?
Yo, they was dead wrong for that. That was funny as hell though. But the only thing is just that, like, I couldn't believe how many people thought it was real. I was like, oh shit. You know, Photoshop is a motherfucker, B. Yeah. Shit was fire. I thought it was funny.
Did you guys watch the Wu-Tang series on Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was good until I thought it was good.
Until what?
Until what?
Then I was just gonna say like until like I seen the Chinese guys with the Nikes on inside the it was like a portion of it where they went to like when they was doing the kung fu and all of that and they had like Nikes on. I didn't like that.
Nah, I think that was an infusion of like some contemporary. Like,
I know they were trying to make it contemporary and then that was,
I liked it, man. It wasn't bad for. I liked it.
Oh, let's go back
the
to
homies was in it. Davies and
Joey Badass.
Joey
Yeah.
Badass,
Yeah, man.
Let's go back to Cardi and Uzi. So they were both. When you say part of the mob, you mean like extended family or?
Yeah, they was. Uzi was with them.
Okay.
I was bringing Uzi around like early on, like just like I brought Travis around. I brought like early on, like they came around the mob. You know what I'm saying? And I had Uzi in Harlem. You'll see him in videos where he's not even on the songs.
Facts.
How much influence did ASAP Mob have on hip hop or just the culture? Because I even heard the 12 he came up with the name of Virgil's clothing line.
Yeah, so you know, Virgil started helping me out my first ever tour. So Virgil started fucking with us in 2011.
How'd y'all hook up?
We just ran into him in the streets and he liked our clothes and shit. You know, we knew who he was, but we wasn't really lit yet. So me and Bari just kind of like always kept the remember our face thing with this nigga. And about it, like couple months later, I kind of blew up with like the pace. That summer, I blew up and shit like that. And he started fucking with us that fall. He designed my the clothes, the merch for my first tour. And we started supporting his Pyrex brand he had. But he had a cease and desist because of the
Tupperware shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actual Pyrex brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he had a cease and desist and he had to change the name. But 12, he was just like, yo, bro, Pyrex, you just saying like cook crack, right? You know what I'm saying? So
I got it from Stack Bundles because you know it's Pyrex Stack.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you make the off-white and the crack in the pot. You know, I said you make the off-white and the crack in the pot, and then he was like, oh. Then he ran with it, you feel me?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So,
Thank God for crack, baby. See what I'm saying? Don't ever think you can't get an education in these motherfucking streets.
Thank God for Stacks.
yo, Lord,
Stacks,
Lord,
rest in peace,
please
Stacks.
forgive us.
Absolutely.
Forgive him.
But no, you made something good out of something bad.
It's like the N word and all that. Yeah, man.
Now, was Stacks an influence? Stack Bundles a big influence?
Hell
Stack
yeah.
Bundles my favorite rapper. You know,
Wow.
like I ain't gonna lie, I got your first album, like, you know, the whole single and all that. Like, I'm really into
You know it was on the
culture.
tape. Don't say it was on the album.
It was an album.
Nah,
No,
it
it
was
was
a
I was the first DJ to have a
first
homegrown album.
DJ with a mixtape that turned to an album. So it was like, oh, this is hard. So I'm listening to the Wolves, you know, A-Team and all that. So I was really into the culture. Me and Yams used to just watch Smack DVDs all day.
Come up.
In the projects, just watching them. So that's how I came up with the arts, you feel me? So yeah, like Stack, all y'all influenced me.
I wish Stacks was still around. I think he was one of the nicest.
He was
He was a Queens Harlem nigga.
yeah,
He was
Yeah,
Harlem
he
by
was
soul.
always in Harlem, but
He
he
was
did
Harlem.
cool.
He had a Harlem soul.
Yeah.
Now, ASAP, why did you go back to Sweden?
Because so many reasons, bro. So many different reasons. Listen, bro, you know, I wanted to shed so much light on my situation, bro. Like, over there is so different. If I'm gonna explain this shit to you, I'll try to make it quick in a nutshell. When you get
You don't got to rush. We got time.
but you know, it's whatever. It's a touchy subject. But when you get locked up in Sweden, you don't go see a judge or nothing. They don't allow you to plead your case or nothing. You just get locked up if somebody accuse you of something. And you go to solitary confinement.
Yeah.
And you don't know how long you're gonna be in there until you see a judge. So for me, when I was in there, we didn't know when I was coming home. That was the only whack part. You feel me? And there was people in there that was in there for 10 months, 2 years, and they never saw a judge. They don't have family because they immigrants. And they all African or Arab brothers. None of them was Swedish. When I was in there, you stay in this room, 4 walls, no windows, all that. You got this TV and it's got Swedish channels and you turn in the channel every day. I just kept seeing myself. I don't know what they saying. And they let you go on a walk on a rooftop every morning. That's like going outside. You go to this rooftop thing. And up there, you get to be with like 15 other people for 30 minutes or an hour. And right there, that's when I got to know. They would translate what the TV was saying yesterday, what they were saying on TV. And on top of that, they were sharing their stories. When I found out the conditions and the situations that they was in, I just was like, damn. You know, and being in that situation, I wanted to do something to give back to help. And they was just like, yo, please don't forget about us. We don't have family. We ain't got nobody. None of that shit, man. Like, these people don't care about us over here, bro. Like it's we nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. And outside of Stockholm, Sweden, the whole country is nothing but refugees. That country, they allow all refugees to come in, but you know they don't really know how to facilitate them. You know, so these motherfuckers govern themselves. They don't got no government. They don't got nothing. I went to the hood. All that they really got to be community leaders and take care of each other like families. So everybody like Somalis and these guys and guys from Ghana, everybody together, and it's a community thing. They got their own music.
Yeah, we heard you say all the refugees getting the show for free.
Yeah, they all came. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that was. And I performed. I designed my own uniforms for the jail so I could give it to the inmates because they like that fly shit. When I was in there, they was asking me about V-Lone. They were like to wear Hugo Boss and all that other shit, and Armani and whatnot. And I was trying to design some suits for the inmates. They said we could do it. I wanted to perform for the inmates and all that, you know, give back. So when I went back, proceeds went to a cause for the refugees and whatnot, and the other proceeds was for the inmates and whatnot. You know?
Your team and your family had to be like, no, you're not going back over there.
Nah, man. I think people trust me and they trust you know what I do. I'm not that reckless, you know. So it's got to be for a good reason. And I ain't go over there with malicious intent. It wasn't to, you know, try to stir up no controversy. If you really think about it, bro, I didn't try to exploit my situation since I came home. I ain't been on the news talking about that. They done talked about my name in the White House how many times since then?
How did you feel about that when Donald Trump spoke about it?
I don't feel no way about that. You know,
He wanted a thank you.
Huh?
He wanted like a thank you or something from you.
Yeah, I don't feel no way. You know, I was very thankful that for everybody who supported me. You know what I'm saying? Even him. You know, being in that situation, because when you just in there, the support is what lift you up, bro. I'm keeping it 100 with you. That's what I'm saying. Them guys in there don't have nobody saying, I love you, I miss you, we want you freed. You know how that shit feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, you in solitary confinement, bro. 23 hours a day. If you decide not to go upstairs, 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So it's real depressing. And that's when you innocent, or if you didn't even get convicted.
Right.
When you get convicted, you go to a jail. Everybody loves jail out there. They say bums and homeless people commit petty crimes in the winter so they could get out of jail in the summer because it's so nice. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, they got internet, PS4. All that. I'm probably making it hot right now, but it's lovely in jail, but not the solitary confinement. You want to go to jail, but they not getting sentenced, so they can't go to jail.
So when your lawyer first put out that statement, that's when you was in solitary confinement. When he was complaining about the conditions.
That wasn't my lawyer. That was the American Embassy.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Those conditions was crazy. It was people in there banging their heads, doing all type of shit. I didn't want to eat that food. It was nasty. I was just eating water. I was drinking water and eating bread.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you? So you say you didn't even know the president was tweeting about you and about you to come home?
I saw it on the news in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m.
If anything, it was an enlightening experience, though.
For
Having to go there and see these conditions and then being able to say, okay, what can we do?
For sure. You know what I'm saying? And it takes it back, you know, to that, once again, touchy situation when I came here a few years ago. And I just was like, I really hate mentioning stuff that I haven't experienced or trying to. I experienced that, and that's my whole reason for going back over there. You know what I'm saying?
So did your time in jail and the way people rallied around you change your perspective on the things you said regarding Black Lives Matter?
100%, because I knew that a lot of people never been to Sweden. A lot of these people, they probably don't even know who A$AP Rocky is. They just saw the president talk about it, or they saw other people support it, and their support and them saying, yo, we want you home, made me feel better, bro.
Right.
Like, I was really fucked up in there, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But it made me feel better. And that's where I could say I was wrong at, because you don't have to go through something.
Yeah,
to
you can have
support it.
empathy for people's situation.
No, I had empathy. I mean, empathy.
Even if you haven't gone through it, you can say, okay, I can understand.
I can understand. I just feel like, why exploit or why rap about shit that you not involved in? That's all. That's what the topic was. Why it's about rapping about it. You know what I'm saying? And you were right, though. He was right, you know? It's like, even though you didn't go through it, you still could do something about it. You know?
Right.
So it makes you want to speak out more about political issues in your music or on social media?
But I just feel like that shit corny now, because it's just like, now it look like I have intent and motives, and like I'm just trying to do it just to, and I'm not that type of nigga. Like, I do things that's just like, I try to do stuff for a greater cause, bro, for real. You know?
I think experiences can help you, because Martin Luther King Jr. said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So you experienced injustice. So now when you see somebody else going through it, you probably understand why your voice would be powerful when you speak out against certain things?
I experienced injustice here in the United States my whole life, bro. I'm from Harlem. I experienced injustice with these niggas before. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about like, you know. It's just all I'm saying is if you ain't never really been if you ain't never my thing is if you ain't never been to the United States, you ain't never you know been through none of that kind of shit. You ain't never just forget it.
I'm
trying to express it.
No, for sure. No. And I appreciate that though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, it's easy to just, you know, turn a blind eye or just act like, you know, oh, you know, it's a touchy subject. Because opinions matter, and even y'all opinions supporting me could, you know, kind of upset some people. So I appreciate y'all being truthful of how y'all really felt about it, because that's all it needs to be is honesty.
Yeah, because my thing was, regardless of what he said about Black Lives Matter in the past, if he's still a black man going through an injustice. Absolutely. So it should be about that injustice, not that man. And I said, when you come home, you probably gonna have a whole total different outlook based off what you went through.
And I'm trying to figure out what I said about Black Lives Matter.
I don't know, what was the exact quote? I don't remember.
It didn't matter.
Y'all know it wasn't no quote about Black Lives Matter, right? It was about
Beverly Hills or some shit.
Yeah, but that wasn't about Black Lives Matter. They started putting up gifs and GIFs and mixing other. You know what I'm saying?
That didn't matter though. That didn't matter.
It was about J. Cole going. What was it? Was it North Carolina? Where was it? It wasn't Flint, Michigan. It was like,
I think it was Ferguson.
Ferguson.
And you said you had never been there. You hadn't been there.
I said I hadn't been there. They said, why you ain't rap about Ferguson and shit? I was like, I hadn't been there. They was like, why you don't rap about Ferguson like J. Cole and Kendrick? I said, well, Kendrick is that kind of rapper. I said, J. Cole was there. I wasn't there. That's probably why I ain't really touch on it. That was simple as that. It wasn't meant to be taken out of context.
Let me just ask y'all one more question, right?
Oh, God.
So y'all a crew. Y'all run with each other. Y'all do jokes. What's the craziest joke one of your brothers did to each other? Like, what's the craziest thing that
Like
y'all
a
done
prank?
each other? Like a prank or something stupid that you be like, that's my brother.
They put out Rocky's sex tape.
Nah.
You trash. You got jokes.
We always pour water. I ain't gonna lie. One time I be prank calling. You know what I'm saying? I be prank calling Ferg. So this is before Ferg blew up. I called him. I was like, this whole. He's like, yo.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You and Addy was playing. It's this thing you could. Yo, you can. It's this thing you could change niggas' numbers on. You know what? Yeah, it's this app, bro.
That was me.
Sony got I'm gonna get signed to Sony. We got the SUV outside.
I had to wait outside to the Maybach outside. They went outside.
You went outside. You thought Ho was outside.
Yo, I thought Ho was on the phone, bro. I said it's time. It's about to go down.
When you got outside, nobody was out there?
I FaceTimed him. And he was outside in the snow. Like, yo, like, why you calling me? So I was like, yo, what you doing? He's like, nah, I'm waiting for somebody. So I called him back for the number.
Waiting for somebody.
It was sick.
Y'all are foul for that one.
It was him, Bar, I used to do it all the time.
Y'all are
Yeah,
foul.
crazy.
The reason I said that, because Charlamagne, he's an asshole.
God.
Yeah.
Yo, what was up with that?
Look at that box right there that's next to you, bro.
Nah, don't open that box. Yo, hold up.
Just open that box.
Wait. I'm not touching nothing.
Hold up.
It's the box labeled Mr. Cheeks.
That's some weird shit Tyler do, bro.
They already know what it is.
What's going on in that box?
Wait, hold up. How did you feel receiving that?
He's that type of guy.
Nah.
Like, he's that type of guy.
There's a whole video. He fingered it. He put lotion on it. Oh yeah, he went crazy.
What's going on?
He's that type of guy. Why they look at it? They look so disgusting.
It take two to tango.
Exactly.
Wow.
My pops texted me like, you know Charlamagne gay, right? Like, he's really gay.
As if he wasn't fingering the button, putting lotion on it.
Y'all out of line, bro.
All right. Yams Day is tonight, man.
It is. Hold on. I want to ask. Did you have any communication with the White House, Rocky? Did they reach out to you? Like,
Yeah. To and I spoke to him to thank him.
To Trump or just the White House in general? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I was very thankful for what happened, for him supporting me. I don't agree with all the political shit that he does at all, but I was just, like I said, I was thankful for everybody who supported me in there. I'm being 100 with you.
Was he trying to get you to come to the White House? Like, yo, come to the White House. I know you trying.
Regardless of all the political shit, man, I kept it, cordial and very respectful because I was thankful. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
So you was on the phone with Yeah, okay. So
y'all gotta realize, like, before and after this presidency, like, he's gonna be the guy that was just like, you're fired, and The Apprentice, all that other shit. So he was friends with a lot of these people and shit like that, and it's just like, once that shit happened, it just everything just went south and downhill, and it was just like So when I'm like really in Sweden and think about all this political shit, I kind of was thinking like it was going to make my situation worse, but I still was thankful. I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
Yeah. What was the conversation like? How does he get on the phone? Like, hello?
Man,
Did he say, yo, what's up? Rocky, hey, Sap. How was it?
Man, like it was like how he was tweeting. He was just some ASAP shit, welcome home shit, man.
Yeah, he didn't say, where's my thank you?
Nah, it was cool.
It was crazy because Melania brought you up in the room first, and I was like,
yeah, I think she think I'm handsome.
And that's what I said. I said, knowing Rocky, Rocky, he might have touched Melania back in the day. Did you know her? Have you met her before?
Nah.
Okay.
Yo, y'all.
Now you're about to get ordered. He put the
you about to get me assassinated, bro. Yeah.
All right. Yams Day tonight. Are tickets sold out?
Almost.
Get your tickets right now. We want to see you in the building tonight, and we appreciate you guys for joining us, man.
For sure. V-Lone shirt today. Wait, hold on. V-Lone shirt with the ticket today. You get a customized V-Lone shirt. We did that last year, and today's usually the day that they go like hotcakes, and we about to go up in a little bit. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
It's the ASAP Mob. It's the Breakfast Club.
ASAP.
Rest in peace, yeah.